Hello, this is Philip Baldwin. Today I'd like to talk about the coloring of what we call Japanese alloys, which are alloys of copper with small amounts of silver or gold in them. We're going to be working with three different alloys, 15, 25, and 5% Shibuichi, which means Shibuichi with that, or copper with that amount of silver in it, and 4% Shokudo, which is a 4% gold balanced copper alloy. These alloys were used extensively in Japan for sword furniture and other types of decorative metalwork. They all have different colors and they all respond to patina differently. To make them, they will patina at their own rate with handling, but to achieve an even patina after fabrication, a little special treatment is necessary. Remember, patinas are surface metallic oxides and they're not permanent. Any handling will change them, and it's best to just accept that since metalwork and jewelry get handled. Eventually they will get to their own color depending on the wearer, and they'll stabilize at that particular color. I'd like to run through you a few processes and things to look out for in working with these materials. For starters and for samples, let's assume we have made a piece out of these. We have pickled the pieces, take them out of the hot pickle. Since from patina you always want to have clean material, put them in the rinse water, wash them off. Most of the time when you pickle, heat and pickle a copper alloy, your surface copper oxidizes and gets dissolved in the pickle. This means that whatever the other alloys are in the surface is enriched with them, and this can change the color of the material a lot, sometimes to your advantage and sometimes not. However, we're going to be dealing with raw surface alloys, and in several cases, in all cases, I'm going to be using a textured and an untextured surface on these, and I'm going to be refreshing the surface, bringing it back down to bare metal using a mildly abrasive wheel right here. So we've done our pickling, we've removed our surface oxides, going to do a little bit of finishing work right now. Notice how I am wearing rubber gloves because I am going to be handling chemicals. Only 1/2 of each disc is going to be stripped using mechanical means. Shokudo is especially prone to what we call fire scale on sterling, where what happens is you get a gold-rich surface, and this gold-rich surface does not patina very well, and it looks like orange flecks in the what you're looking for is a deep eggplant color, and instead you get orange flecks with it, or very, very little purple color at all. And so it needs to be very carefully finished. In this case, I'm going to be finishing the whole piece. Textures also can create very interesting highlights, and you can deliberately heat, pickle, and then buff the highlights or finish off the silver rich areas off the top and leaving silver rich areas in the bottom, and to create a mottled effect which can be very attractive. The Japanese alloys look exceptionally good when combined with gold or silver. So you have these dark, rich colored backgrounds with the precious metal very, very bright in these backgrounds. Again, similar to etching and patining mokume, we want to activate the surface first. And for that, we're going to use the Patina Prep, straight pickle, will work, but we've already pickled this. I will do these. In this case, we're going to patina en masse in a group. So first I'm going to prep them using the no-name Patina Prep and a nylon bristle brush. We want to keep the material agitated. Allow the air to get to it, do its thing. Rinse. Dry. And I'm going to go through each one of these individually because we have several different effects going on here, which I want to point out. This is the 4% Shokudo. That is an excellent purple-black color. Means we stripped the surface properly, it was properly activated, very, very even. If you look closely, the scraping acts as a little bit of a texture, but there's not much going on. This one is 15%, has a little bit of a hammered texture on it, done with a punch. It is a medium, we'll call it a medium brown. Frequently it will oxidize to an olive green depending on the circumstances. This is the 25% Shibuichi. In this particular case, most of the copper has been eaten away by the action of the patina, leaving us with a thin film of silver, which is then oxidized to that sort of silvery gray color. This is 5% Shibuichi. It had a large silver glance on the surface left over from the manufacturing process, and you can see where the areas are silver rich look very silver and the undermetal is dark. I'm going to go ahead and recolor this and scrape off most of the material, most of the surface, and we'll see what the difference in color is. Okay, I've refinished the 5% Shibuichi sample piece by using a hard or very fine Scotch-Brite wheel followed by a bristle brush wheel. We're down to more or less a bare metal surface. We're going to go ahead and repatina it so you can see the difference between an untouched surface and one that has been completely free. Remember, last time we had basically silver colored modeling with a few dark streaks. And you can see the color of the 5% Shibuichi, 5% silver, 95% copper, is very similar to the color of the 4% Shokudo. 4% Shokudo having a purple cast to it and the 5% Shibuichi having a brownish cast. The Shokudo will regenerate with most people's skin oils. The 5% Shibuichi not so often. So for wearing, they behave very differently. Anyhow, it's a lot of fun to experiment with these materials. Go ahead, go for it. Thanks a lot.